Life is good, 13. 13 love to y'all. You are creation 13. Um, Today I want to talk to you about the different dimensions of our reality and how our experiences are related to the dimensions and just how deep these dimensions go. I've talked about this before in previous videos, but I've been studying quantum mechanics today, and it really kind of sheds some more light on or awareness on this topic, because I've been talking with a friend of mine on Facebook, and she's been experiencing a lot of different concepts all at the same time. But I've been making her aware, at least giving her a different perception on how to view her experiences. Because, like I said in my, I think it was my psychic attacks video or something like that. I explained that I watched a documentary on alien abductions and stuff, and how how you can become disillusional, or just unaware that what you're experiencing isn't a physical experience but a psychic experience, and that's something you really have to discover for yourself. So anyways, I'm probably confusing you already. I try to make this stuff as simple as I can, but sometimes it's not that easy. But anyway, so, you know, everybody's pretty much familiar with the fourth dimension and how that deals with the spirit realm, uh, and how everything is pretty much energy there. There's no really solid, there's no solid foundation or physical presence in the fourth dimension. So the fourth dimension, since it has no form, it can only use what you imagine or what you have in your database, your image database. Basically creates that fourth dimensional perception. Like I said, you're gonna have to discover this for yourself. This is just from my personal self-discoveries. So being aware that everything is created based upon your imagination and image perception, um, you need to become aware of that. Your emotions create the experience. Even through your physical experience, nothing really is created or an experience until you put an emotion on that experience. Whether you're happy, sad, positive, negative. Your experience is created by the emotions that you express into your reality. So when you look inside yourself, look within yourself, um, going into the fourth dimension, um, your emotions are heightened, and basically you can start to learn and understand more on where your heart is, and just what your focus is on when you look inside yourself. So when you're traveling to the spirit realm, or they can even be called a spiritual journey, you are looking through the mirror effect of you're looking through the mirror effect of your heart. Um, mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the famous of them all? That's what that concept is. You're looking through the mirror of your heart. And this is something you really have to grasp, and this is something you have to become aware of where humanity is at. No, any experience that you have currently has had a negative approach, or especially like in movies, there's always a fascination. Humanity has a fascination with um, negative outcomes. Like, it just seems that that's what humanity wants to experience, is a negative, or a complicated experience, that doesn't really have a future for it. It just kind of ends, and it goes into a dead end. Um, emotional emotional disorder. That's kind of what it is. Um, but anyways, it's realizing, that you create your realities. Like I always tell you guys, you create your reality. You create your perception. You create your awareness, and that's with any kind of experience. If you're being attacked, this is one of the things that I've really heard a lot about. Okay, they say that a lot of people say that if you are being attacked or provoked, that means you're heading in the right direction. Now, to me, okay, because I've had this experience myself, to me, if you're being attacked and provoked, it's because you have a negative perception. You feel that there's something that's going to attack you because you feel that you're starting to break the boundaries of stuff. But you have to ask yourself, well, why do you need to be attacked? Okay, why do you need to be attacked? Because you have to realize that everything is connected in one, based upon your perception and awareness, okay, of what you attract um, in your reality, okay? So if you're psychically being attacked, it doesn't mean because your awareness is growing, it means that your heart is releasing, your inner being is releasing negativity out of your being. So therefore, hence, the negative entities, the negative beings that present themselves. You have to learn to release and then let go. Because if you release, those perceived negative entities are going to hang around your aura, your field. They're going to remain there until you let go of it. A lot of people have a hard time of letting go. Okay, like myself, when I used to, be perceived that I was being attacked as well, is because I wasn't learning to let go. All the frustration that I was experiencing was creating negative entities. So when I would express that frustration, I wasn't letting go of the frustration. I just was allowing those entities to take shape and surround my bubble, or my um, reality, um, creating distortions in it. Basically, I was tormenting myself, because you have to realize that you're in your own bubble of creation and manifestation, um, and everything still goes on, but you still create your reality in your bubble. So being aware of this, um, you have to learn to um, not fight the attacks, okay? Because a lot of people still get attacked, psychic attacks and stuff. You don't want to fight or provoke it, because that's what they feed off of. You're giving it energy. See, because when you let go of those entities in your being, release them, okay, kind of like the genie in the bottle, you are releasing the genie, or the jinn, see, the jinn. inner demons. See, it's all connected. The jinn, genie. You're releasing those negative entities out, so they're going to provoke you. Because if you don't let them go, they're going to provoke you, and they know your heart perfectly. Okay, they're going to eat at you to what you are um, uh, your weakest at. Okay, that you are weakest at. If you fear, they're going to hit you with fear. Um, if you're afraid of losing someone in your life, they're going to hit you with different situations. They're going to hit you in your dreams. They're going to hit you in visions. These different aspects that these entities will do to throw you off track. They're gonna make you manifest them more and more and more, so they build up more and more and more. They're feeding off of your energy because you didn't let go of them. So when you don't let go of them, they can become a full entity. You basically you are creating that entity and being to be around you. Now, when I talked with this girl about, realizing that, you got to learn to let go, you got to learn to let go of these beings. The story of Jesus walking in the desert came up. That's when my guidance popped up. I was talking about Jesus in the desert and how perceived Satan um, was always there tormenting him and saying, you're not going to make it, you can't do it, there's just no way, you need to give up, I'll take care of you, you need to give up, stuff like that. It was performing negative situations, and you have a choice to either ignore them or give in to them. Now, you also got to become aware of that when this happens, your heart is also being tested as well. So, it's going to drive your will and intent, like, what is your goal when you get to your designation, as you're being tested in trial through your life, you got to have a intent, like, you got to have a goal of where you want to go. I mean, if you're traveling through the desert, what's your goal? What are you trying to accomplish when you're traveling through that desert? Probably who's Jackie. But anyway, so the main concept of the Christ character in Satan is that he continued forward no matter what. Even if he was thirsty or whatever, he continued on because he knew what he would get when he passed through that desert. It's because he had that intent, he had that willingness to continue on and not lose sight or lose track to his destination. Because he knew that something beautiful was waiting for him around the corner, and that brings a whole awareness that if you let go of these entities and beings in you, these negative beings and stuff that you release, and you learn to let go, your heart can start shining and you're going to have a whole different experience. But you have to have a set destination, a set goal of what you want to experience, because people can get so caught up in their emotional garbage, or whatever you want to call it, that they lose track and they lose focus of everything. Majority of humanity focuses on emotional roller coaster rides. They dramatize things. They feel they have to create a drama to continue their existence, because without that drama, they don't have an existence. And why is that? It's because they don't have no set goals. They're just running on autopilot on their emotions. They're trying to fill that void within themselves that they don't know how to unlock. You know, they are it makes you. Now I'm not saying that, you know, that you're heartless, but it makes you in a way heartless because you're focusing so much on the chaotic roller coaster of emotions that you lose sight and track of your heart. Because if you were totally focused on your heart and your will and intent, you would not have these emotional roller coasters in your life. When emotional roller coasters come into your life, it's your job to find a solution for it. And I've talked about this as well, finding a solution in your experience, you know, helping people find solutions, you know, so then they don't have to keep running around just like a dog chasing its tail, running around in a circle over and over and over and over and over and over again. You know, just like, say if you get drunk, right? You get drunk, you wake up and you're like, oh, I hate a hangover. Why do I have a hangover? You know, you knew already that you were going to experience that hangover. So why do you create that emotional trauma of that hangover? Um, it just doesn't make any sense. You know, there's no solution or no. Hold on. There, it's meaningless, pretty much. You know, you have a few moments of funness, but most of the time, if you're drunk or high or something, you don't remember the whole situation. So what was the point of that? You know, you need to really look at yourself in the mirror and go, what's the point of my life? You know, what is the point of my existence? And that's your heart. Your heart is your existence. That spark of life is your existence. Your soul is your existence. You know, creating your experience, and being aware of you are being aware that you are creating your experience, is key. Okay, everything you experience is your creation based upon your choices and your intent from those choices. You know, so if you're battling demons inside yourself, you know, see, um, aliens or ETs, so on and so forth, realize that it's entities that were living inside you that you were not releasing or letting go. So once you release those entities, those ET beings, those genies, the jinns out of your being, then you gotta let go. You know, vaporize them, destroy them, get rid of them. Whatever you want to envision yourself, you gotta release and then let go. So it clears your field, so you are what you want to be. You know, living by your heart space. Allow your heart space to feel your room, feel your house, feel your space. You know, you got to envision yourself. You know, this is why meditation is so important, to envision yourself, um, with who you want to be. You know, focus on your heart, focus on your will and being, um, what you want to experience. You know, because when you uplift yourself and you live in a more positive situation, you're creating a road of positive experiences. So you're going to have, so the more positive you are, the less negative experiences you're going to have. Okay? And you got to realize that, that only you and you alone will create that positive experience. Now, you're going to still have people have negative experiences, but it's you who has to stand in your power and um, be strong and be influence on others. You know, that they can look beyond the negativity. They can look beyond the emotional dramas that they experience, you know, and they can become more aware that there is a much happier existence and more um, funness to your life, to your creation. You know, it's, you know, you have to break out of that cell, that shell, um, that keeps you inside. You know, you gotta, just like magnets. You know, it, you know, if you don't learn to let go, those entities are gonna keep attaching themselves over and over and over again, tormenting you with stuff you don't want to deal with. You know, that's why people drink and do drugs and stuff, because they can't learn to let go or deal um, with their garbage and stuff. You know, once you learn to let go and separate, okay, then you're just going to be like this, okay. And with a magnet, you got to realize that there is a barrier around the magnet, and you want to expand that, you know, because you are a magnetic field. Okay, the Earth is a magnetic field. You're a magnetic field, and you can attract things just like a magnet, just like I was saying earlier. You can attract things, and it will attach. I forget the right thing. It will attach. Now, if you're now you can now say if a being comes and tries to attack you, someone tries to attack you, it's not going to be able to touch your field because you got your field up. So every time an entity tries to, you know, you play with magnets are awesome, but it's going to repel off you, so it's going to bounce it away. So you're going to remain uh, freer and in your power and in your state of being. So then these negative entities can't um, attach themselves to you. Hopefully I'm not confusing you too much. I know this is it's kind of expanded. Um, this video did, which is good. Expanding is always good. So yeah, just the main point is just realize that the majority of people's experiences with perceived negative entities or beings is because it is what is buried deep down inside you, and you rubbed your lamp, and you have released your genie, your djinns out of your being. So they are physically around you now. So you have to learn to let go and deal with deal with what they brought up. You know, whether it's emotional scars, whatever happened in the past, so on and so forth. You know, these entities, each entity, based upon how many entities are around you, are going to hold something um, that you had deep down inside you. You know, fear being one of the main ones. Fear and negativity. Those are two entities right there, fear and negativity. So you're going to have to deal with those two entities as well, and learn to let go of those aspects of yourself. And then after that, you can learn to start trusting in your heart and looking at life in a different perception. You know, because a lot of times once you release these entities and let go, you can feel kind of empty. You feel good about yourself, but you feel empty because you don't have an intent. You know, you have to create a will and intent. Um, you know, continue your journey. Because, I mean, if you just sit in your car, you're not going to get nowhere. So you got to start your car up and push on the gas, and then you can start going to where you want to go. And then based upon your choices, you know, that's what road you're going to go on. And whether it's a straight road or a bumpy road, you know, you got to become aware of that, you know, every situation you have to observe every situation and live by your heart. So as the situations come into play, you're listening to your heart and not not different entities or beings that will try to kick you off track. Hence again why the Satan character was in the Bible, was to throw you off track. Everything is all interconnected. All religions have an aspect of truth and how you can view situations. It's time you just start focusing on your heart and look beyond what you are experiencing. Become the solution that you want to see and experience. So, anyways, this video is getting long. So, yeah, just learn to love yourself, look beyond, and realize that that you're creating these beings that surround you. You should not have these um, attacks on you. Like I said, the only reason why you have these attacks on you is because you have the djinn that surround you and you're not learning to let go of your garbage that surrounds you. So, this is going to give you a whole new perception on things, and when viewing people and their experiences. So when you hear people talking about negative entities and beings, oh, I'm being attacked by these beings because, oh, I'm on the verge of breaking the matrix or stuff like that. It's because they are playing with their own djinns that they have manifested surrounding them. And these djinns can actually um, consume your whole being because you constantly feed them. And this is something that you have to discover for yourself. So, like I said, if you are watching people saying that, hey, it's a good thing you're being attacked by negative entities or the government or something like that, it's because it's build up within you. Like I said, everything within reflects without. Your physical reality is an experience of your inner being. Your inner being is reflecting into your reality. So just become aware of that. Because, like I said, fear and negativity are the two worst entities, the jinns, that will control you. So you're going to experience that in a physical reality. So, so, so with that being said, learn to love yourself. Look beyond these experiences. Meditate or pray, whatever works for you, and learn to release, but learn to let go. That's key. Let go. Once you let go, you're going to have a much happier experience in life. So, learn to love yourself, learn to let go, and enjoy your experience, because we are creating a reality that is just beyond awesome. It really is. And I got some exciting things to I want to talk about with the new state of awareness and stuff like that. So, anyways, love yourself, shine bright, know that you are beautiful and awesome, and that we love you guys. We love you guys. We want to see you guys succeed and become the highest aspect of yourself. Once you reach your highest aspect of yourself, you're going to be able to experience a whole new reality you had never even dreamed of. And it's coming true here real soon. So, yeah. So, love yourself, shine bright. 13 love you all. Namaste. La catch. Talk to you later.